how a medic, a true medic works. Well, of course, we have to find the game first, obviously. See, there are different medics for different types and purposes. Now, this medic right here, she doesn't really heal that much, but she's meant for range. So if you like snipers, or if you're really good at sniping, this would be the great character for you. Now Mercy, they keep nerfing her, unfortunately, but a very, very good solo healer. Trying to heal multiple people at a time, it's proven difficult, unless if you're like an expert Mercy main. I'm going to show you how each of them works, the different strengths and weaknesses of each one. So, we might as well start at the list with this, Anna. Each game I'll be playing a different healer in order. Now, if you're a solo healer, and you're Anna, that's not always the best choice. So if you ever see an Anna that's just a solo healer, then you should probably pick a healer as well, or at least Soldier 76, somebody that can also heal the team. Otherwise, you'll find yourself at a disadvantage, because unlike most of the other healers, she doesn't really heal that much. She's kind of like Mercy, but except she's harder to use for most people. Like, you see that Widowmaker right there, she would actually be a better choice to be a Anna if she's good with Widowmaker. Because sniper. What I've learned is the best way to survive with Anna, and then the most effective way to not lose, is to be a healer. I mean, to stay at a distance where people don't notice you're there. And you want to crouch down, because if you're aimed up, like if you're just shooting free aim style, you're actually not as accurate. Alright. And also, when you're Anna, you don't want to. You really don't want to shoot somebody if you put them to sleep for sole purpose of trying to get away. Because once they take damage, they're no longer asleep. Yeah. Anna's one of the characters, so you'll have like the least about healing score, because her abilities aren't the best when it comes to healing. But her damage, though, she's like probably one of the best when it comes to actually killing people, because of her damage over time.
You're powered up. Get in there. It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
Damn, I died. Okay. Now, Ada's Nano Boost, so we're supposed to make an update, as you might know, where her Nano Boost, she's supposed to be able to Nano Boost herself, but I guess they decided not to do that for some unknown reason. You're starting to kind of get the hang of it, right? See, your Biotic Grenade, it actually prevents people from getting healed if you did not know that. So they're like taking health. If they're wounded, it actually... they can't heal themselves or get healed, not even by a healing orb or a medic kit or anything like that. Diva unfortunately just wasted her ultimate. Damn. Oh, dude, that's a dick thing to do right there. Douchebag came up behind me and... Wow. Another important detail that I left out is when you're Ana, you really don't want to try to get up close to people, especially if you're not good at no-scoping, even with the aimer sight. Also, you really...
You're powered up. Get in there.
Damn. Okay, well we won simply because they got off the point. Why they do that, I will never know. It's also good to endorse people if you think they did good. You don't want to just endorse them just for the sake of endorse them. Endorse them if they actually earned it, because some people actually earn their endorsements, other people don't actually do what they're supposed to do. Now, if you don't know if they earned it or not, then you probably should endorse them either, you know. But anyway, I personally think the Devo did the best. That's why I endorsed her. I think she did the best on the team. She's straightforward in there. Now, normally I would give her a shot caller, but the reason why I didn't is simply because when she used her ultimate, her first time using her ultimate, she hit nobody. With Diva's ultimate, if you don't get a kill with it, well, you know, it's just kind of sad. Especially if you're a decently high level. Now I'm going to show you the strengths and weaknesses of Bridget. One of her weaknesses right off the bat is, unlike most of the other healers, she can't heal herself at all. Unless if she gets up close and hits with her flask. Now, another weakness that she has is her R1 ability, or her healing pack. She gives an armor pack out, just like Turbulent. If you have full health, you'll get armor, but if you don't have full health, you'll get like health or whatever. She's actually quite possibly so I'd say she's like the weakest healer when it comes to like healing percentage. It would go her, then Ana. Now Lucio is a really good healer when it comes to an aerial effect, which I'll show you next match. Now Bridget, you have to be very, very careful, because even though her shield does give her the ability of, like, to be able to block Diva's ultimate that can literally whip out a whole team. She can only block what's in front of her, and her shield's very, very small. So if people aren't directly behind you, they're gonna get blown up. Now her R1 ability, as you can see, it actually has a cooldown, so you can only heal one person at a time, unless if they're close up to you. If somebody's in your area while you're hitting, they'll get healed along with you. But if you have no health, then the best thing to do is not to actually engage them, to fall back and get healed. Alright. Now with your flask, you actually have a bit of a range, and you can do that to when people are trying to escape, and you want to save that ability when you get them to low health and then they try to run. That way you can take them out from a distance. Most people will try to keep their distance from you. So save your shoulder bash and your other abilities sparingly. And don't get gunned down one of those turrets like that. Another important part is your barrier is able to protect yourself. But when it comes to protecting other people, that's why you want to use your shield in succession. And you also gotta be careful for those damn turrets, because those turrets will wipe you out. Especially if you're not careful. Damn Farah. Now see, if Farah is a direct at a direct disadvantage. Hey, Bridget and any other melee-based characters, surge characters, are at a direct disadvantage against people like have a direct advantage against people like our characters. See now, this right here is a good reason to use your ultimate. See, a lot of people, they're not expecting you to actually be good with your shield. And if you're actually really good at blocking, well then, damn, there goes our half our team. Yep. Also, like Reinhardt, she's actually kind of harder to get into the barrier to try to take her out. So that's why most people try to shoot her barrier down. Because with Reinhardt, he has a bigger barrier, so people could go into his barrier when he's weakened. I'll show you how to use him properly after this. Well, in my next video, I'll show you how to use... Damn. By the way, as a healer, you're supposed to be the last one to die. Because if you die as a healer, then your whole team could possibly fall apart. And you never want that to happen. Those will be the last one to come and the last one to die. Yeah, one of the other things, guys, you gotta make sure that you're, damn. Alright. Oh, see, they got a bunch of turns placed out again. This wasn't smart. Alright, so that guy was actually pretty deadly. Damn. Oh shit. They might actually kill us this time around. Damn. We died because we didn't have enough time to capture the bases with the Symmetra. The Symmetra effect right there. That's why we failed right there. Remember though. So that is how you use no matter what character you are, you'll always have a disadvantage to another type of character. The best way to overcome that disadvantage and not find yourself constantly overwhelmed is to simply know your character from left to right and know its weaknesses and its advantages and wait. Like for example, my biggest weakness was range. So the best way to compensate from that is to know exactly how far my flask extends and each of my abilities, and from there calculate just how close I have to be in order to damage or kill my opponent. And now I'm going to show you how Lucio does. Now Lucios are a little bit more complicated due to the fact that the healing area in most Lucios, they rely on their speed in the combat. They switch between speed and healing. And me, I'm a different type of Lucio. I only use my speed to get to the objective, and from there, I only use my my healing in combat, because the healing doesn't actually go up that much. It's actually a slower rate, I believe, than Well, if you're Lucio, every Lucio knows, or every Lucio main knows, how the fastest way to get to objectives is by running on walls and stuff like that. And the best way to fight with a Lucio, in combat-wise, well, it could vary depending on what situation, but you primarily want to be up close to them. Because you're up close, you can actually push them off cliffs or actually get a better accuracy on them. Your gun's more accurate the closer you are to the enemy. Kind of like Orissa's gun. I'm going to show you guys. I guess I ain't going to beat him this time around because... Alright, well anyway, I guess I'll show you guys how a Reinhardt works. Here's a Reinhardt's strengths and weaknesses. Now, lone Reinhardt is pretty easy to take out by a group of 2 to 3 people. What they gotta do? Stun him, blow him up, or surround him. So in order to limit that possibility, all you gotta do, which is easier said than done obviously, best thing you gotta do is just make sure you know where your teammates are when you charge, and make sure they're charging with you. A common mistake that most Reinhardts make is they usually find themselves alone, either at the beginning of the fight where they're taken out right off the bat, or at the end of the fight. There's always 2 types of Reinhardts. There's a Reinhardt that covers his team, and then there's an aggressive Reinhardt, defensive and aggressive. Defensive ones are good for objectives, but not really good for capturing. I'm looking to shot for both ways. Can't really do a whole lot there. Gotta make, and just like I said before, you have to make sure you know where your teammates are and you know that you're not getting surrounded. But of course, when you're Reinhardt, it's really hard to know that. Especially when you're heated battle. Damn. Assholes, man. See, this is the reason why I primarily beat healers. Because these healers are terrible. They always heal like... They never do enough healing, or the proper healing. They don't pay attention to who needs healing most, and because of that, that's why people fail. I really wish these guys would just heal me. Stay with me, but they're not gonna do that. Okay, well that guy is dead. Self-sacrifice. So that's when you find yourself at like at a point where you're gonna die, and you feel like your time is near. That right there is when you want to, in fact, try to at least take off one of the deadlier characters. Like for me, that was D.Va, because if she had her ultimate, she could have took out the whole team. You also want to try your best to target enemy healers when you're Reinhardt, and get them by and when you're also Reinhardt, other thing you want to do is you want to try your best to get them off guard. You're trying to kill them with the charge, because if they're off guard, then you have a chance. But if they're not off guard, but since like the last update, they made it more difficult for your charge to be very accurate. So more often than not, unfortunately, you find yourself Alright, so I took out the Diva because I saw that there was no other way to take him out. You also gotta make sure you use your Earth Shattering sparingly, because more often than not, you could end up wasting your Earth Shatter. You realize that you made a terrible mistake when you did that. Like that, for example. That's a no-no. Never use your Earth Shatter if you're the only Reinhardt there. Unless if you're confident you could take one of them out. Which I knew I was gonna die. The only why I did that anyway, simply because damn. Push up the damn cliff. Damn it. Fuck! Oh, that stupid Lucio. But we lost this match. Yeah, what keeps the teammate alive, or what keeps the team alive, is a good healer. If you don't have a good teammate, then there's a good chance to just lose. If you don't have a good healer, that is. Oh, that is dumb. I was right there in the point. Whatever. Also, I just failed to get on the payload. In the point. Another thing that helps in Overwatch, if you're being a tank or you're charging out solo, is communication. See, I'm gonna go ahead and vote for the enemy Reaper because he actually did good. Our teammates, they tried. I'm not gonna deny that. They did okay. When it came to combat effectiveness, our team failed when it came to healing. That was why we died. When you have two healers, they should be able to focus on healing the team. You know, and of course it goes down to skill as well. But you also gotta make sure that when you're a healer, you gotta make sure that, you know, you're actually doing your part. And keep doing your part. Like I was telling you before, that particular healer, that Lucio, there's two types of Lucio. So it uses speed in combat, and they switch between speed and healing. Now if you switch between speed and healing, the healing isn't really that effective because it goes slowly over time, and that right there is a problem. So when you're in combat, the only thing that speed does is it helps only small little characters like Trace or stuff like that be able to not get shot at, or Lucio himself. But our team, how we were set up, it didn't really help to, you know. Now I want to show you how good Lucio actually works. A lot of people, they immediately switch to speed and health. That's what good Lucio does, but a good Lucio with poor judgment uses that regardless of how it affects the rest of the team. And that right there is a problem. You have to be aware of just how much health your people are at if you're swapping. And then you also have to make sure that you know just how much hey, sucker boy. Alright. Now we're gonna go see something else. While we're in skirmish, we'll show you the difference between a good healer and a bad healer. Or probably not, because skirmish people are sometimes friendly. I wanted to show you guys last match, but unfortunately somebody else took my position. One primary thing is gonna know when you're being a Lucio is you have to stick with a majority of the team. If they're charging, then you gotta do your best to charge as well. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. And we're doing another quick play. Dude. Okay, while we're in a quick play, I might as well show you guys something else. Dude, I'm kind of in the middle of a broadcast at the moment. Okay, I'm gonna end this video for today. I'll talk to you guys later about this. Once again, this has been your favorite host, Agent Black, signing off.